work with the residents to keep the area clean and respectable, and we hope that people will listen to this as we feel that something needs doing within our estate. The work we do is important, and it's not just down to the group itself, it's the residents that are actually helping to do it, to clean the estate up, and because they feel that it's been let down over the years and they realise it's time for them to do something about it themselves, and hopefully the people that are in these positions see what we're doing and decide they want to help us do it. We do understand that Wakefield District Housing have got a refurbishment plan in place for 2012, but we don't think what we want doing now can wait that long, because it is causing a few issues on the estate, mainly where the bins are concerned. If you look out your windows, and you'll notice one of the earlier videos that we've done, it's in direct line of your kitchens, and it's not something you want to look at on a regular basis, especially when the bins don't get emptied for 2 weeks and eventually they get piled up and all the rubbish ends up on the floor. It's not a sight to be seen. I don't think other people would like to look at it, especially people that live in posh areas, because Park Greensmith Way isn't classed as what we call posh, because of the way it's been let go over the years and neglected. So it's time for everybody to do something, not just the residents and the community, but the District Housing Authority themselves. Part of this protest is because we've actually gave a solution to Wakefield District Housing by building a bin area on a trial basis, and if it worked there it could be implemented on the rest of the estate, because a lot of issues that we do get is the recycling and other people coming from different parts of the area and just driving upside of the bins and throwing them in. So by putting them in a secure area, this would also eliminate the fly tipping. Not only that, when the bin wagons come onto the estate, they have to reverse back, and they don't just reverse back a few yards, they have to reverse back and go round a corner, which is, to us, is a safety problem. And because residents have the cars parked on this in the area, and it is an issue for the vehicles to get around, because they actually have to drive onto the grass, and which also spoils the grass as they're reversing round. So people think that we might be daft or silly for doing what we're doing, but we feel as if that we don't. So hopefully we basically what we're saying at the end of the day is if the bins are in one area, it's easy to control how they're used and how the recycling situation can be changed by educating the people that are using the area. And basically what it's doing is keeping it in a confined spot. And it's hard to do. We're not professionals at this video game. It's just something we've decided to do to make it more direct. We're not going to hide the fact that we've been to the press regarding the situation, and we've posted it on YouTube as well as Facebook, because it needs to be highlighted, and the situation that we've got on the estate needs to be changed. And we do have reasons for it, for what we're doing, because we feel that what we are actually doing on the estate is helping by keeping it clean and making the area look even better. And something like the bins that we look at 7 days a bloody week shouldn't be there. Not only that, they're an hazard. And what we're trying to do now is alter that, aren't we? So and the reasons for doing it is the the refuse wagon wouldn't have to reverse as far. All the bins would be in one area. We'd be able to keep it clean, tidy, looking better. We'd be able to educate the residents on how to recycle and use the bins properly, because it has been mentioned that there is an issue with the amount of bins that we do have on the estate, but we've got 5 bins that feed between 35 and 45 properties, and we're allowed about 150 litres of waste. That is actually just basically one black bag. It's not a lot. We're keeping it in area, we'll be able to monitor it, then to stop people coming on the estate and driving onto the estate and just throwing things off the back of the wagons or out of the vans and putting them into a bins and things like that. Give us what we want, give it a try, give us a pilot scheme. We'll make it work, and we'll make the estate something to be proud of and get its name back as it used to be. That's all we're asking. And I know I'm a pain in the butt, but I'm always going to be there for a long time. And the refurbishment of the properties aren't going to eliminate the problems that we have on the externals, and we are trying to help you eliminate that problem. And this, we feel, is a stage closer to that, because if they're clean on the inside, the area needs to be clean on the outside to make it look respectable. And not only that, when people do come to view the properties, they're going to look at it and think, "By, this place has changed. We'll take a property on here now," because as it is now, anybody just seems to be getting put onto this estate. And over a period of time, the way the estate's going to be, with the help with yourselves and what we do, we're going to end up with better residents, so the properties and the externals are going to be maintained to an higher standard, and that's what we want on this estate eventually. We want it back as it used to be in the 70s and 80s. We don't deserve to be like this. We've done nothing wrong to have this problem incurred on us, and we are trying to alleviate it, but we can only do it if you help us out. We will provide you with the labour, we will provide you with an area that will be maintained on a regular basis, and we will also make sure the recycling and the bins are used properly. But give us what we need, please, to be able to move forward with this. That's all we're asking, and this is on behalf of the Park Green Community Group, Normanton. Thank you. As you can see, these bins are getting close to overflowing again, and this is just in a different part of the estate. This is what we're standing for. Yeah, just come to back at Bungalows and Park Green, and this is what I've just come up with now. The bin areas overflowing as normal. These bins were tipped on round about Tuesday at the same time as ours, and this is what we're on about as a group. We shouldn't have to look at this from us homes. And if you look at flats, regarding flats, this is what they're looking at day in, day out, and this is what we're standing for. It is Wednesday 23rd of November 2011. I've got flats at back of me now, and this is what they're looking onto from the balconies and the kitchen windows, and it's not acceptable anymore. You know, if they want us to live in a tip, that's up to them, but we don't want it, and this is what we're on about. Other end of Park Green, and bins parked beside the road, rubbish laid about round them. We don't want it. WDH are going to have to do something about it, because it's not acceptable any longer. And this is what we're on about with this protest. They need to pull the finger out and get something done. 3 or 4 areas I've been in now, it's all like this. We're parked at the roadsides,
tidy. Is this what you want to see when you come out your door? We don't. This is what we're on about. You've got to try and get something done about it and help us with this, because there's enough areas for us to build bin areas and make this a success, but if you're not going to help us, the estate's going to end up even worse, even when you've refurbished it. You know, it's not acceptable anymore. You know, I don't want to see this outside my house, and neither does other residents and people from the community of the estate.